Hi everyone, we're on day 9 of Restart. Congratulations for getting this far. It's great to see so many people who are commenting on Facebook and commenting on YouTube about these videos. It's really gratifying for me to see that so many people are getting involved in this and so many people are sharing with other people and getting new people into yoga and mindfulness. So important in a time like we've got at the moment, where people's lifestyle is changing because of maybe furlough or the children are off school, whatever. Keep yourself active, make this part of your daily routine. That's how to take it forward after January, after February, to make it so that it feels odd if you don't do it. So today we're going to look at some poses that are quite challenging on the upper body, and then a really big hamstring stretch as well at the end. So if you're ready, if you'd like to come down to the mat, we're going to start on the hands and knees. I'll just adjust my mat. So we're going to come down onto the hands and knees. So I'll start by sinking the belly down, raising the chin up, come into cow pose. Just let your belly sink. Think about lifting the tailbone, the coccyx, up towards the ceiling. And then push the palms of your hands down into the ground, so you're pushing your shoulder blades up. Bring your chin in and look back towards your own knees. This is cat pose, and we're going to move from cow to cat with the breath now. So as you breathe in, sink your belly down, raise your chin up. And as you breathe out, arch your back, bring your chin in. And breathe in, come into cow. And breathe out, pushing up to cat. And once more, breathe in. And breathe out. And relax your back down. Sit back onto the heels. And stretch out in front with your hands. You can just rock your hips slightly from side to side if that helps to ease up the lower back and bring your buttocks down towards your heels. So you're going to keep the right hand stretching out in front. Bring your left hand into your chest. And then thread it through underneath your right armpit. So you're reaching up with the right hand, reaching across with the left hand. Just resting your body weight on the back of the left shoulder. And bring your left hand in. And reach up with the left hand. Bring your right hand into your chest and thread through underneath your left armpit, bringing your right shoulder down. And bring your right hand back into your shoulder and reach out with both hands in front. Bring your chest forward and sink your hips down to cobra. And then take your weight back onto your heels once more. Bring your chest forward. Walk your hands back in. Just come to seated, either sitting on the back of your heels or come to seated, just sat on the mat. I just want to show you this one. It's easier to show you while you're sat up rather than doing it, because it's quite hard to explain what we're doing when you're actually doing the transition from one pose to another. We're going to go from that extended child's pose with the arms out in front, coming through to cobra again, but we're going to do it with an arched back and a dipped back like we did on cat and cow. So we're going to start here. If you just watch, I'll just go through it once with you. So as you start to bring your hips forward, start to arch your back and keep your chin in. So you're bringing your arched back forward, and once your chest comes over your hands, then sink your belly down. And then we're going to keep that belly down as you move back. And then relax the head forward. So if you come back to this pose to start to come forward, arching your back. As your chest comes over your hands, sink the hips down to cobra. And then keep the belly down and the head up as you move back. Relax your neck, let your head sink down. Come forward, arching the back. And sink down to cobra. And back to extended child's pose and rest there. Bring your chest forward. Walk your hands in towards your knees. I'm going to just take the left foot forward. Come on to the flat of the foot and bend your knee. Let that right hip really sink down. Going to take the left hand onto the knee. Reach your right hand out in front. And then start to rotate it round. If you can, reach all the way back so you're looking back over your right shoulder. And bring the hand forward and lower down. So you take your weight onto your hands to bring your left foot back. Take your right foot forward onto the flat of the foot. Sink the left hip really down. Right hand onto the knee. Bring your left hand forward and then rotate round to look back over your left shoulder if you can. And then bring your hand forward, down to the mat. Take the weight onto your hands and bring your right foot back. Curl your toes under now. And push your hips up. Come into downward facing dog. And take an inhale here. And exhale, lower your knees down. And walk your hands in. I'm just going to demonstrate some of these poses as well that we're going to do. I'm moving around so I don't kick the chair. We're going to do some stuff that's quite hard on your shoulders and your chest from downward facing dog. Whenever we're in downward facing dog, if you're struggling with the strength in your shoulders and your chest and your triceps, then the easiest way to have a breather from it when we go from downward facing dog is just to put your knees down. So you can have a breather. The things that the variations on downward facing dog that we're going to do today, you can do from being on your hands and knees, so you can still get loads and loads of benefit without having to put too much stress on your arms, your wrists. You can build that strength up over time. Okay, but if you can stay in downward facing dog for this, it's brilliant. great for building up the strength in your upper body and your core. So we'll start taking your hands forward. Nice stretch your fingers out so you've got a lovely big stable base for your downward facing dog. Curl your toes under and then straighten your legs and push up. Now from downward facing dog now we're going to take the left leg up off the ground. It doesn't matter how, if you just bring it up like that, that's absolutely fine. Doesn't matter how high you bring it up. Bring the left leg up. And lower back down. And bring the right leg up. And lower back down. Let the knees come down to the mat. And just rest back in child's pose. And come forward. Again, remember you can always come down onto your knees to do these. You curl your toes under. And raise up to downward facing dog. I'm going to raise the left leg up. And then instead of lowering it straight down to the mat, bend the knee, bring your chest forward and bring the knee up. Doesn't matter how far it comes up, if you can bring it right up to the inside of your left elbow. And place the foot back down. And raise the right leg up. Lower it down, bend the knee and come up. And back down. And lower your knees down. Sit back onto your heels. Sometimes when we're in child's pose, we'll take the hands back alongside your body, palms facing up at the side of your ankles. Just allow your head to rest on the mat. Allow your arms and your shoulders to relax. And bring your hands forward underneath your shoulders and push back up. And come to seated in the middle of the mat, facing the long side of your mat. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and hug the heels in towards your groin. You'll see this called different things in depending on where you look, but I was taught this is bound angle pose. So bring your heels in, hold on to the ends of your toes. You want a nice straight back with your chest forward, your knees relaxing down to the sides. I'm going to keep the right foot where it is. Take your left foot out to the side. Doesn't matter, like if it comes out to here, that's absolutely fine. If you can take it out wider, that's absolutely fine too. If you can bring that foot so it's hugging into your groin there. I'm going to turn to face the left foot. Put your hands on your thigh and walk your hands down the leg. Again, it doesn't matter how far you go here. Try to come down with your chest, not with your head, so you're not going to pull the muscles in the neck. And walk your hands back in. Bring the left foot in. Take the right foot out. Turn to face the right and walk your hands down. And walk your hands back in. Now we're going to do, this is a really big stretch coming up, so just be gentle with yourself here. I'm going to take both legs out to the side, so it doesn't matter how wide they go. Yeah, as long as they're kind of, away from the centre, that's fine. But the wider you can take them out, obviously the better that is. I'm going to bring the hands down to the ground in front and just gently walk the fingers out. You'll feel a massive stretch coming on into the inside of the thighs here, the back of the hamstrings. Again, lead with the chest, not with the head. You don't want to be dipping your head down. And just go forward as far as it's comfortable for you to go. And then walk your hands back in. Just put your hands underneath the back of your knees, lift them up. Bring the soles of the feet back together again. And just relax one side and then the other side. And then take both legs out in front. Bring your backs down onto the mat. Bring your arms alongside your body, the palms facing down. And bring your heels up towards your buttocks. If you can, bring them close enough so that you can touch the heels with the tips of your fingers, keeping your ankles about hip width apart. Palms facing down to the ground, and push your feet, soles of your feet into the mat. That'll lift your hips up towards the ceiling. And then lower back down. Bring your feet up off the ground. Bend the knees. Hug your knees into your chest. And extend both feet up towards the ceiling. Point the toes and straighten the legs. And gently pull back on both legs. And then ease the tension off. Relax the ankles. Relax the knees. Let the feet come down to the ground. Your knees and your ankles together. Extend your arms out to the sides. And take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees to the left. Inhale back to the centre. And exhale out to the right. And inhale back to the centre. Extend your legs out flat so that your legs are pointing down towards the bottom of the mat. Let your ankles come apart and the toes relax out to the sides. You can draw your arms slightly closer into the sides of your body with the palms facing up. And take your awareness down to your toes. Relax the toes and the feet. Relax the ankles and calves. Relax the knees, the muscles in the front of the thighs, the hamstrings at the back of the legs. Relax the muscles in the buttocks and the hips and pelvis. Relax the stomach muscles and the muscles around the sides of the body and in the bottom of the back. From the bottom of the back, spread that relaxation up the muscles at the sides of the spine, and then spread out across the top of the back. Relax the rib cage and relax the chest. Relax the muscles in the shoulders. Relax the arms and the hands, thumbs and fingers. Now bring your awareness back up your arms, across your shoulders and into the neck. Relax the neck and throat. Relax the jaw, the muscles in the face, the temples and forehead. Taking that feeling of relaxation all the way up to the crown of the head. Now let's gently bring some movement back to the body. And move your hands and your feet and your knees and your hips. Move your chest and back, your arms and shoulders, and your head and neck. And when you're ready, if you turn on to your right side, and in your own time, push yourself back up to seated. Just pausing here, just for a moment, enjoying that feeling of relaxation, spreading all the way from the crown of your head, down to the tips of your fingers, down to the tips of your toes. And take a deep breath in and out. And if you've had your eyes closed, gently open them now. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone. No, that was quite a hard session, but we're starting to make some ground now, aren't we? So there's lots and lots of other videos on my YouTube channel that'll really stretch your hamstrings, that'll really build the core muscles and the chest and the shoulders muscles up as well. So I'll flag up on the screen now some videos that if you want to explore this part of yoga a little bit further, and I'll put the links in the description at the bottom of the page. So keep those comments coming in. Remember, if you want to get an alert every time I put something new on this channel, just subscribe. There's a button down at the bottom there. You can just subscribe. It takes one click and you'll automatically get to know whenever I put anything new out, whether that's a yoga class, whether it's a mindfulness exercise, whether it's a video recording of one of the YouTube class, the Zoom classes that we've done, All kinds of things go on there. So just subscribe to the channel. You will never miss anything. So I'll see you back again for day 10 tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe. Bye for now.